Hello my Nunuberries and welcome back to my channel. I am your lovely host Sibulele Hamza and welcome to another video. Welcome everybody to a new series on my channel called Budget Friendly. Budget Friendly is basically a series that I'm starting to talk about all the different things that I do to help me live within my means. I know that majority of the time we tend to get a little bit overexcited, or I get excited and I kind of try to live above my needs and end up frustrated. So these are the different things that I do to help maintain my budget and to help me live within my means, and I cannot wait to share with you guys. So let's get into it. So the first thing I have on my budget is always transportation, which is incredibly important for me. That's the first thing on my budget. So basically I take taxi to work. Sometimes I travel with my parents, sometimes I do not, but my primary mode of transportation is a taxi. It is 16 Rand to get to work and 16 Rand to come back. So basically each day I need to have 32 Rand. So what I like to do is to look at my schedule for the week. As managers, we are fortunate to get the whole monthly schedule at a time, so we know exactly how we're working. But I look at it, or I plan it looking at week per week. So I basically ensure that I plan out, or I save money for a maximum of 5 days, because I know I never work more than 5 days. So I ensure that I save up 32 times 5, which equates to 192 Rand. So I ensure that per week I have 192 Rand saved in a little bank bag that's written transport in my bag, and I do not touch that money unless I will be using it for transportation, right? So now with my brother going to high school, which is also in town, I've had to increase my transportation money because, like I say, sometimes we travel with our parents, sometimes we don't, because sometimes they go to town in the morning, sometimes they don't, because my mom doesn't work in town and my dad, you know, his things are a bit spontaneous. So yeah, so I ensure that I plan for me and my brother. And now with my brother, it has increased to 352 Rand for both of us. So that is basically the first thing that is on my budget: transportation. Second on my budget is lunch. Okay, now with my multivitamins that I've started to take, my appetite has become better. I wasn't someone who actually used to eat well, but now my appetite is good, so I can actually eat 3 times a day before coming home. So I have to ensure that I plan accordingly for that. I am fortunate, once again, as one of the managers at work, to have a specific allocated budget to eat at work. So I'm so sorry about the light that keeps going in and out. Like I said, it's quite windy outside. So I ensure that I plan out my days accordingly. So sometimes I'll eat at work in the morning. Sometimes I'll eat in the afternoon, but I have 150 Rand saved on the side in a bank bag, in a money bag, written lunch top up, basically. So during like longer shifts, like a Monday, when I open and close, and I work from, let's say 7 until 6:30 in the evening, obviously I will eat more than once. So I usually buy cereal and then I just keep one in the locker. There's usually specials again. They'll have 2 for 160, and I will buy like Future Life or Pro Nutro, but I haven't bought those in a minute. But usually I'll have one of those in my locker, and in the morning I'll eat my cereal, and then I'll decide for lunch, am I eating at work or am I going to go to spa? All right, and then I'll eat at work, and then with the top up, if it so happens that before I go home around 3 p.m, 4 p.m, I'm hungry again, I go to the super spa in my area. We're so fortunate to have a spa like that because they make fresh produce, you know, in stores. They have home cooked meals, they have rice, vegetables, everything is so freshly made. They have schnitzels. They have everyone's favorite, which is quarter leg chicken, and it comes at an affordable price. You can weigh one and it can cost like 12 Rand, sometimes 17 Rand, and then you get a hot dog bun for like 2-3 Rand. So that together makes up what, 20 rand. So that's why my budget for lunch is so low, and it's 150 rand per week, of course, to help top up, you know, during those long shifts that I fall hungry again. So that quarter chicken and that hot dog bun can't speak today. So that quarter chicken and that hot dog bun is usually my go-to combo when I'm hungry. Sometimes I don't feel like it, and I'll have those sandwiches. They also have sandwiches there, ham and cheese, chicken mayo. So sometimes I'll just have those. And then I did buy one of those sandwiches the other day, and then just asked the soft serve area to please toast it for me. So it works out really, really well. But definitely lunch is number 2 on my budget. Number 3 and the last one on today's budget talk is medication. So there is a pharmacy in the mall that I work called the Village Pharmacy, and they basically are a very affordable pharmacy because they tend to weigh the medication. They don't sell the medication in its full packaging. For example, if you get a box of 40, they can actually weigh for you and give you in like 10 or 20s or 12s, which obviously will be a little bit more affordable and you can buy on a budget, right? So I tend to get a couple of medication from the Village Pharmacy, one being my iron tablet, the sulfate. I'll show you guys a picture of that. But for the medication, I'd say I'd budget like 100 rand for medication, and then I'll get my iron tablets, which usually run about 34 rand, and then I'll get my vitamin C, which is I think 28 rand. I'll get my ibuprofen, which is 20 rand, and then what else do I usually get from them? I get my Profen, I get a, so that's 32, 5, 6, 7, we're in 70 rand. So I get, what do I usually get? The flu mixture. Yes, the flu mixture, because you can just never know when you're gonna fall sick, especially with nice weather that is just in and out. So I always like to have my flu mixture on hand, and it's usually like, I think it's 28 rand as well. So it's really affordable prices. So for my medication, I'd say I budget around 100 rand to 150 rand, depending on whether or not at that specific time I need to get something a little bit extra. Sometimes I get the tablets called Really Calm, which is like an anxiety medication. If you're feeling anxious or you can't sleep properly, it's like 4 tablets for 30 rand. So it varies on what I need in the moment, but the things that I usually need often are just my iron tablets, my vitamin C, and my Brufen for whenever I have pain, headaches, or anything like that. I just love to have everything that I need on hand. So those are basically the 3 top things that I always budget for weekly, and I make my budgets per week to kind of evaluate how we did in the week prior, to ensure that we are ready for the week that we are about to begin. So yeah, I think budgets are really important, and they're helpful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it was informative and you could take something from it, or you can implement some of the things that I do into your budget. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.